researching for the NBA games tonight. So make sure in the chat below you drop your favorite picks and parlays. I'm gonna get this sent out really quickly to our Instagram audience and our Discord audience, and then we will get into things. So just give me one quick minute here, guys. Pulling up the chat too. Say what's up in the chat. Welcome everyone. Welcome everyone just joining us. And yeah, we've got a big slate today. I definitely did quite a bit of research, so have some good ideas of stuff I like. Um, and yeah, of course, always curious, guys. We've been doing really well on these live streams recently. I feel like the results have been pretty good. I think last time we did like 6, 7 props. Oh, I didn't mean to do the whole 6, 7 nonsense, but yeah, we did 6 or 7 props, and they all did really well. So, oop, sorry. I see my boy Stat Junkies is here. My guy, what is up? Welcome, welcome. And yeah, guys, as always, drop those picks down below in the live chat for tonight. I'm just posting this onto Instagram and Discord quick to get the people over here. But so happy that people have the post notifications on. Shout out everyone. I think these streams have been going really well. They've been lots of fun. I was just saying before a few of you jumped on that we've been killing it recently. Like I think the last few streams we've done really well in terms of performance. All the props cashing. I think the only one that missed was Precious. He had 7 rebounds instead of 8, but other than that, I've been super sharp. So I'm just getting this up on Instagram. I'm gonna send it to the cord, and then we will be live. But yeah, what games are you guys feeling for tonight? What picks are you feeling? Um, I think in terms of games, there's a pretty good number of different games. There are some like we see 76ers Pistons, like some pretty wide spreads that we have to be cautious of, but overall, I like it. And yeah. Do you guys anyone see the last night in the game? Did anyone see DeJounte Murray on Shed? That was disgusting. That was probably one of the nastiest crossovers I've seen in a while. I'm just sending this out now on Instagram. We are live researching tonight's NBA games. Okay. Yeah, welcome guys. I don't know if the chat's loading in right now, so I'm not sure. I can see Stat Junkie's message. Drop a message if you're here. Say what's up so I can greet you all. So I know who's here. And yeah, so I've just dropped that on Instagram and then I'm going to send it to Discord. Discord should be quick and then we'll get into it. I'm trying to think of other things to touch on quickly. Yeah. I'm just excited as always. You guys know I love the streams. I feel like you guys can get a sense of my energy. So, okay, this has just gone up on Instagram. Cool. Okay, Instagram is live, and now I'm just sending it over to the cord, over to the real ones who always be tuning up and tuning in for our live stream. So, just sent on the cord. What's up, Kevin? How are we doing, bro? Appreciate you tuning in. Kevin, if you have any props that you like for tonight, drop them down below, and yeah, we should be good to go. Awesome. I see Aaron Smith is here as well. Shout out, Aaron, my guy. Appreciate you tuning in. Just setting up my phone here so I can read the chat. It comes in faster on my phone than it does on the streaming site that we use. So yeah, want to make sure that I can see and read all that. Unfortunately, guys, Brian will not be joining us tonight. He's busy working on some other stuff. Got some important stuff going on for the team, but yeah, it'll be me and we'll be labbing. So let's get into it. Okay. So where to start? If you guys have props, drop them down below. In the meantime, while we wait for people to come in with stuff, I'll share a few things that I have seen today. Number one, this is a prop I really liked. On Instagram, I did 3 props today, guys. If you don't follow us over there, definitely do. We post daily picks, cheat sheets, all the good stuff. But one of the ones that I really liked, I think, was Bilal Coulibaly for the Wizards. He's playing against Orlando, so Orlando not the toughest opponent, but not an easy matchup either. But I had him for PRA. I believe I had. Is this right? 15 plus. Yeah, I think so. 15 plus PRA. So this is hit in, if we see the last 20 games, this is hit in 78%. Sorry, 79% of the last 20. We can see it's hit in 9 of the last 10. Furthermore, we can see small forwards. A lot of small forwards have been cashing recently. A lot of small forwards, and we're not talking like killer small forwards. We're talking players kind of similar caliber. Sam Merrill, Chris Middleton, Koulibaly recently as well too. Aaron Smith says, "What's the IG? HOF .app. Yeah, follow us out there. We do a lot of stuff, just general sports stuff, as well as, of course, betting's the main focus. But yeah, we take a look at the head-to-head as well. He's hit in, I believe, all 3 head-to-head games this season. So that was another kind of real strong sticking point for me as well. What is up, Sess? Welcome. And I see we have 17 people here. So if you haven't already, drop a like, drop your picks, your parlays down below in the chat. I'll take a look at them. That's kind of more the vibe tonight. I'm going to just be kind of looking through, reviewing. Maybe we can put something together, but more just focused on kind of just going through what you guys have, shooting the shit, chatting away. So let's do it. But yeah, this was the Koulibaly prop I really liked. The next one was Nickeil Alexander-Walker. And there was a few I was looking at for Alexander Walker. I'll kind of I'll walker you through both. Oh man, that's how you know it's been a long day, folks. Man is tired. But yeah, let's get into it. So Alexander Walker, 15 plus points, was an interesting one that I was looking at. My concern, though, and the reason why I didn't end up going with this one was because they are playing the Brooklyn Nets. If you guys know, the Hawks have been extremely hot, and the Nets are very bad. So there was a high spread on this one, so I'm a little worried that even though he's on a really strong streak recently, 29 points last game, I'm a little worried Alexander Walker is going to, get subbed out early with a blowout. So that's kind of why I avoided that one, even though he's done really well against Brooklyn. We can see cash the last 2 games, which were both this season. And yeah, has been crushing this line. So instead, what did I do? I opted, and also look at the odds now. They've dropped tremendously, by the way. Earlier, this was like minus 200. So, but what I had instead was this under on rebounds. And some of you may say, you want to go under against the Wizards? Well, I'm just kind of against the Nets. Well, I'm just kind of banking on the fact that, I'm banking on the fact that he may not play full minutes. Interesting, though, because these odds have shifted, which make me a little nervous. I think I was getting it on BetMGM for minus 140.75 earlier, which makes me a little nervous. Could there be a situation of, I don't know. Oh, yeah, this makes sense now. I think Dyson Daniels. Oh, was this? I'm not sure. Something must have changed on the report, I think, because earlier these odds were much lower, so that would indicate. I don't think Dyson Daniels was questionable earlier. At least I didn't see it earlier. But anyways, yeah, hitting 9 of the last 10. The Daniels thing does make me a little bit nervous, and that's why we're seeing these odds closer to even. When he's gone under, it's been kind of like 3-2, so it's been pretty close. Though recently 1-2-2. We can see other shooting guards not rebounding particularly well against Brooklyn. Cam Spencer, Tyler Hero, Merrill, a lot of guys similar to Alexander Walker that have also gone under. So yeah, I would be a little worried about the line movement and then the fact that Daniels is now questionable. So yeah, and this is why we look through them and research them, because we got to know what's going on. Okay, I didn't have the chat pulled up there. I was wondering why am I not seeing any messages? But I see Devin Booker, 37.5 PRA. I see Gafford points from Chris. Welcome, Chris. Thanks for tuning in. Sess has Zubac. So let's get into your guys' stuff now. Enough of me waffling. I accidentally swiped the chat out. So I'm exhausted. Guys, I went for a little swim earlier today. And I haven't been I don't swim very often. I'm just doing it because I can't run right now. I have an injury. And man, swimming is tiring. I am absolutely I'm knackered. So but yeah, Devin Booker. Let's see. We have PRA 37.5. Yeah, I think the big thing with Booker is going to be checking what is the status of Dillon Brooks. If he is out, I think anything Booker over is pretty nice. The thing I am worried about here, and I will say it as I say it all the time, yeah, Brooks is out, so we might want to do a little without Brooks. Allen is also questionable. That's pretty big too. Questionable due to right knee injury management. So that's also promising too. So if we could see games without both potentially, that's what we'll want to look at here. Is like what's it look like without both? We can see he had 43 the last time both didn't play, which was on the 9th, so just very recently. Let's just go without Brooks. I see Jonathan dropping Booker 24 points, so we can take a look at that too. So without Okay. Without Brooks is solid though. So I'm feeling pretty good about this. The other thing though that makes me nervous, guys, is Indiana. They are playing the Indiana Pacers, who are 15-50. But the spread isn't crazy. It's still below 10. So yeah, I mean, the Suns are a good team though. So even with Brooks out, even with Allen potentially injured, let's see what the AI preview is saying. Pacers are in free fall. Yeah, winless in their last 10. Critically shorthanded without lead scorer. Yeah, Pascal Siakam is out too. I don't know, guys. Do you think this game will stay close enough? Because I agree with the reads. I agree with 38 PRA. I agree with Booker. I agree with Booker over 35. I'm just more worried about, will they keep this game close enough? And on that note, I think minus 8.5 excuse me. I think minus 8.5 could be a really interesting line for the Suns. Like, tell me at minus 8.5 couldn't be a fire line with Siakam. Like the Pacers are already horrible, and now Siakam's out. Like, I don't know. I think minus 8.5 could be good. And yeah, those are kind of my thoughts on Booker. I think it's good. It's just more a question of, will this game stay close enough? And they still, right? Like, they still have Green, they still have Gillespie. So it's not like Booker doesn't have any running mates. So yeah, that's my kind of 2 cents on the Booker one. I see McCollum, and I see Chris just saying, call me biased. I see Dallas resident and Mavs fan, but he's going to get easy under the basket buckets as well as put back dunks. Who's it? Gafford. Yeah, that's the Gafford one. So we got to go Gafford, and then we will do McCollum. And yeah, Gafford's been going off, by the way. Like, he's been playing. He's on a crazy hot streak. See if I can spell right. Gafford. Okay. Yeah, he has been on a crazy hot streak recently, so I like it. I like where we're going with this. And let's take a look here. So, what line did you want, Chris? I want to know what line you were looking at. How do we feel about? His lines are relatively high. That's the one thing I'm like a little touch and go about. Give me 1 second, guys. I'm just to make sure we are up on the IG. Cool. Bet. Okay. Yep. Nice. All right. Yeah. What do you, Chris? What was the line that you wanted for this? Very curious. I'm thinking like 10 points is solid. 10 is solid. I like 10. We see this is hitting what, 4 of the last 5. In that span, I think we want to take a look at like what are the field goal attempts looking like. 8 a game. I say like roughly for field goal attempts. I'm like, the way I feel is, if you're around what you're scoring, like 50% is usually pretty good. You want 11 points against Memphis. Let's take a look at the roster situation there. Oh, sorry. No, wait up. Oh, yeah, I see. Let's take a look at the game. Yeah, I'm not sure. Let's go to the game. Here we go. Should be a close game though, right? Dallas are actually favored. He said 9.5 to be safe. Mavericks are favored despite a 7-game losing streak. Guys, this is part of the problem with the NBA, man. Like, this is part of the problem with the NBA. Some of these games in the spring, like now until playoffs, is just kind of like, ugh, there's a lot of bad games where teams are not even, both teams basically want to lose tonight, if we're being honest. Yeah, so we see Dallas without Lively, without Kyrie, Thompson potentially out too. I mean, that would put a lot of the ball in Gafford's hands. I do wonder though, you lose Thompson, do you then lose like a perimeter threat, meaning there's less spacing for a Gafford to perform? That would be my question. Um Does Gafford get touched on in this? Not really. We see PJ Washington is in the midst of a significant slump. I know Flag hasn't been shooting the ball well. I think with all that in mind, I think Gafford could be good for that 10. Again, these games where there's like kind of meaningless games, I do feel like they're hard to bet on. But yeah, Chris, solid read. I appreciate you sharing that. I see Navon, is that the right way to pronounce Navon? Welcome. Appreciate you. He says Colin Gillespie under 16.5 points. Jonathan has the giddy double-double. We'll take a look at both. All right. Gillespie under 16.5. All right. So I've got Gillespie here, guys. Nope. Let's get that under selected. Sorry, my computer is a little laggy sometimes. So Navon, are you thinking of this for this Gillespie? I assume you're thinking of as like just a parlay leg here. Minus 290 is very good for a leg. We can see. I think the big thing with Gillespie is, of course, we're going to go roster, and we want to see without Dylan Brooks, how's he hooping, and also potentially even Grayson Allen. That's my concern. You could be missing Allen and Brooks. 73% of games, but we can see recently when Brooks has been out, he's been kind of hooping. And he has a pretty favorable matchup against Indiana. May not play full minutes, but let's see here. We see point guards have been kind of hooping too. I'm not going to lie. With Brooks out, like, I think the players that are going to be leaned on heavily outside of course, Devin Booker will be Colin Gillespie. Will be one of those key ones, right? Like if we look at without Brooks, Green, of course, too, but Allen's potentially out, so that would make Gillespie that third man. So, yeah, I'm curious. I don't know. That's kind of my 2 cents on it. I think honestly, for minus 290, I don't feel like the value's there. That's actually where I sit on it. If you were getting this, Navon, if you were getting this for like minus 150, I would say fuck it, we ball. But minus 290, I'm like, it's not quite the value for what the recents have been, right? Last 20 without Brooks, he's been getting buckets. So, all right, I see Jonathan says giddy double. Man, the Chicago Bulls, man, there are just so many horrific NBA franchises right now. The Grizzlies, the Mavericks, the Bulls, Utah. I mean, there's just a lot of ass teams in the NBA this year. So annoying. It genuinely makes me annoyed. Giddy day to day. What do we think about that? Do we like betting on someone he's probable, so likely to play, but how do we feel about betting on someone that's not 100%? That's my first question to Jonathan. Secondly, let's take a look at the double-double now. Excuse me. What are y'all having for dinner tonight, bro? I just had a pizza. It hit the spot. Yeah, we can see Giddy going off recently, 21 and 13, 15 and 12, 14 and 9, 20 and 14. Wow. He's been a beast recently. And even, assists too. What, back-to-back triple doubles? Ooh. I see. Okay. Now, despite him being a little banged up, Jonathan, I see what you were looking at, right? These recents are looking fire. I mean, bro, 21, 13, and 17 is a crazy line. 15, 12, and 10, crazy lines. Bear in mind, he's playing a Golden State Warriors team, buns, playing the Kings, buns. So, against the Lakers, do we think he's going to get that against the Lakers? I don't know. I mean, I guess these aren't good comparisons for him. Ooh. What a head to head. Ooh. Okay, but the head to head dates back to last season, which I don't want to look too much into last season, but he has had some pretty good performances against the Lakers. We can see 19 and 7. I'm not mad at this. I do wish we got a little bit more value on it. Like, I do wish we were floating in the, I don't know, like even money range, Jonathan. But we can see start of the season, like when he was healthy, he was on a good run though, and now it looks like he's maybe getting back to it. So, Jonathan, in terms of laying it out, the day to day, like being a little banged up, a little nervous. Odds not my favorite. Like I wish we got a little bit more value. Um, but the upsides, Bulls are a decimated team with no one else really other than Giddy. And I mean, he's been playing like he's a point guard, but he's almost playing as a big for them because they're so banged up right now, right? Um, and yeah, he's been hot recently. So and it looks like he's done pretty well in the past against the Lakers. So that's kind of the split there. Um, Chris says I went spicy with a Giddy triple on one of my parlays. Yeah, I mean, what's a triple double looking like for the Giddler? For the Giddler, bro. Ooh, ooh, plus 420. Shit, I mean, I kind of like. I mean, again, this is one of those guys like, and I always want to preface it like, guys, if you're ever betting crazy odds, I'm talking it could be $2. It could be $1. It could be a fiver, right? Like depending on how, you know what I mean? Like this could be a fiver. I'm not putting serious money on this. That's why where I always want to be clear. Like, I mean, personally and just in general, guys, I don't be putting down a ton of capital just in general, just because I mean, it's betting at the end of the day. Like I got other priorities and shit in life that need to be sorted and taken care of. But like I'm talking about for these ones in particular, I'm talking 2, 5, 1, like for a more of a long shot like this. But as a long shot, I like it. Like I do really like this. Um, See the head to head with the Lakers. Did he get any triple dubs last year? Yeah. Why not? Why not? I'm with it. Seth says, run the likes up, my guy. Appreciate you, Seth. Thank you. But yeah, let's keep it rolling here. And Seth, I actually missed your McCollum one, so I need to get back to that. Or I think, yeah, I skipped over that one. So let me get back to McCollum. And guys, if anyone's just joining us, drop your picks, your parlays down below in the chat, and we will take a look at them. All right, we're kind of just I wouldn't say reviewing them, but just like spitballing, and it's giving me inspiration. Hopefully, I can give you guys some inspiration for your lays. It's more of like what I want these streams to be. It's instead of like being bet this, it's more like I want you guys to watch along and like, okay, I've got like 3 legs on my parlay, I've got 2 legs, and I'm looking to add one more. And then as you watch the stream, we review different legs, and you're like, you know what? I really like that one. I'm gonna add to my parlay, or I'm not so sure about the one I set now. Like maybe I'll switch it for this, or do you know what I mean? Like that's what I want it to be. I don't want to be bet this. This is a lock. Da da da. I want to be more like we're going through all this great research from you guys. You guys are coming in with like I've done probably a couple hours of research today. Y'all have come in each with maybe I don't know however long you've researched, and then we're putting our brains together, and then we're going through and maybe for someone they really like Giddy triple double like I've got a long shot that I'm going to put a few bucks on. Let me add that to my slip. Where someone else may be like, nah, I don't want to do that. I want to go with like one of the ones we had earlier. I don't know, Booker. Like just more based on. I want to give you guys the resources to be like, I like this. I don't like this. I'm gonna look to add something to my slip. So, yeah, just more of a collaborative brainstorm out here. But enough of my kumbaya yapping. McCollum. Let's get to McCollum. 25.5 PRA from our man Sess. And I just spelled McCollum with 3 C's. That's lovely. That's lovely. Let me get a big sip of water too. Hey, I got a question for y'all. What's your like most refreshing drink? Cuz so I used to a couple years ago I lived in Atlanta. Um and man, they have in like in the South I think, or I think it's the South. They have like QT, this like gas station. I would go there hot summer day, hit up QT, get a sweet tea, bro. That quenches your thirst. I just got water tonight, but what's your favorite refreshment? Maybe it's a alcoholic beverage too. Maybe it's a nice little beer. But like, what's your drink of choice? But anyways, back to it. PRA McCollum. Let's do it. 24, 25, 4.5, 25.5. CJ McCollum, guys, he's a real OG. Like I remember growing up, being in high school, watching the Warriors, um, and like the battles between Portland and like early Golden State before they really got popping. Those were always fun. I'm not seeing a line for McCollum for 25.5, 24.5 maybe. Bro, what is my laptop doing? Bro, I'm not seeing the line. Where are you getting this line for? Oh, that's because I have it at least. That's why. Yo, I'm tripping. My bad, y'all. My bad. Come on. All right. I'm still not seeing. Oh, that's because I'm at 24. Huh. Bizarre. Uh, Sass, what was the line for this one? What was the line that you were getting? I'm curious. Just tell me. Just tell me and we'll go through it. But yeah, McCollum, 25.5, hitting 5 straight. It's been right at that threshold. I think Sass knows what I'm going to say. I'm going to say that them Brooklyn Nets be making me nervous, right? Is McCollum going to get the minutes needed? Um, but it looks like even 26 minutes, he's been hitting this. So that's a good sign. I guess his average is 28, so that's not that far below his average. Let's just say, to be fair, I think McCollum's minutes are pretty steady or have been, regardless of the outcome of the game. Like, it looks like the lowest he's played is like 24. So let's just say he plays, I don't know, in games where he plays less than 26, maybe. Do we see what this hits in? Just to like give ourselves a little. Come on, slider. So this is my concern, right? Like, I think that's what we're at. I think that's like, yeah, that's like 27 there, I think. Under 27 minutes, hasn't hit this very much. So it's gonna come down to the minutes, right? It's gonna come down to the minutes. I think will be the big thing. So Seth, again, if he's gonna get regular minutes, I love it. That's kind of your call in terms of will he get the playing time necessary to do it. So that's what, if I'm you, that's what I'm thinking about. I will say big update, major update, and that also cooks one of my picks from earlier about Nickeil Alexander-Walker. Dyson Daniels out. Um, so that I mean that's big news. I think that's gonna open up some playing time. It does look like so Zachary stands out as the most likely candidate to start at small forward in Daniel's stead, offering a bump. Okay, so that's important to note too. Is there? I don't think Daniels has missed many games, especially while McCollum's been there, but we can look and see. Yeah, I think 2 games while McCollum's been there. What was the PRA? 41 and 22. Um, so yeah. Okay. Yeah. Sess, that's kind of my take. It's like, do you think he'll get the minutes or not? Is really what it's going to come down to tonight. And yeah, if you're feeling confident, he will get probably around, let's say around 26. If you think he's going to get 26 minutes, I love it. If you're thinking below, I'm a little more touch and go. But yeah, on to our next one here. I see Dino. Dino, that guy has joined us. Welcome, Dino. Appreciate you joining us. He says Cooper Flag. The Coop 20 points. Cooper Flag's been having a rough go of things. Guys, he's a little banged up, right? A little banged up right now. Cooper Flag. Um so like and that's noted here. Where was it? Yeah. His shooting, I think I was actually in the game preview I'd seen, but yeah, his shooting hasn't been very good. His foot's hurting. It's kind of reflected in some of these recent, right? Like 14, 17, 16, 18 points. Um Kyrie, of course, has been out all season, but Lively's out. Thompson potentially questionable for this one. Expected to rest, so he's not going to play. Klay Thompson is not going to play. So that makes me feel better about that Gafford one we talked about earlier, though. I think it was Chris, right? Yeah, the flag. Hmm. I'm kind of 50-50 on this one. I think the recent foot injury is the thing that's really more throwing me off here, and the fact he's in a bit of a shooting slump. But if he's getting the attempts, like he's averaging around what these last 5 games 22, 23, 17, 16. So he really should be getting 20 on that number of shots, right? On that number of shots, he should probably be getting 20 points. So it's just more, can he get out of this shooting slump? If he can get out of the shooting slump he's in, yeah, he'll be good. This will cash. Like if we get typical flag, he'll hit. So Dino says doesn't look too good in the app, but he wants to get back. Bad night. Tonight is the night. Yeah. And sometimes you just have to read it that way. Like you look at the data and you're like, okay, but I still have a feeling about this. So that's fair, Dino. That's fair. And we see Edgecombe hit recently, Garland. Yeah, I don't I against Memphis too, who allow a lot of points. I think it's solid. Has he played Memphis this season? Gone under in both games against Memphis. That was pretty early. Yeah. Anyways, yeah, like I said, Dino, sometimes you just got a feeling and and fair, fair. And we again, he's been getting the shot, so he's just got to hit him. He's just got to knock him down. Um, what else? I see. Sessa Sweet Tea is a classic, especially uh, from the South. Yeah, definitely so fire. Let's see what else we have here. Alex Star Chopper says, um, 18.5 PRA, Cade 25, Edgecombe 19. Chris says Edgecombe's trouble head to head. He's 0%. Took the under on him. Chopper said, okay. I love that. Y'all are giving each other some feedback. Chris says McCollum 4 assists is easy money. I'll throw in this little lay that Chopper has, and we'll take a look at that. We'll take a little look at this lay. Let's see. Ooh, Kevin has a great question too. SGA over 43.5 PRA. Dino says, I'm in the South. Sweet tea is a daily drink. Yeah, bro. So here's the thing too. Like, so I'm from California. Let me pull this up while I yap, so I don't waste our time here. But I'm from California, and like in the summer in California, it's hot. I mean, I'm from the Bay, so it's not that hot, but it's warm. But it's dry heat, bro. The humidity in the South, you need to be drinking something like that constantly. And when you're sweating that much, bro, a little sugar drink like a sweet tea is not the same. Like you're not. It's not like, I don't know. You don't feel so gross because you kind of need that replenishment, that sugar in your body after sweating like crazy. So especially if you're exercising and stuff. But yeah, so SAR. Okay, 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 Chopper. I see you cooking so far. Let's add in Cade Cunningham, and then we'll look at the Edgecombe one too. I know Chris is called up the head to head, but yeah, let's take a look. Okay, okay. Christopher says Devin Booker over 27.5 seems attractive. Love to hear more. Chris, we actually looked over that. I think I think in terms of like what to expect with Brooks out, yes, very attractive. The concern on that, Christopher, was the fact that I think I forget who the matchup was, but it was a big spread potential blowout game. So that was the concern. Actually, I think the spread was actually under. It was 8.5. So the spread wasn't as crazy as we expected, but yeah, I don't know. There was just concern about like I just felt like the Suns may run it up and then Booker rests, but I think overall, other than that, like if you feel like the game will stay close enough, I think yes, Booker over tonight will be very nice. Okay. Edgecombe 19 plus. Okay. And this was from Chopper. Chopper, we're going to take a look here and see what we're working with. Okay, so we see Edgecombe's been hot recently. 34 or 21 last game with in 34 minutes. So yeah, okay. Let's see. I'm curious to hear from Chris, who said Edgecombe is trouble. Why trouble, Chris? Why do we think trouble? I see the head didn't do that well. To be fair, on the 15th of November, just 1 point short. 11th, obviously far below. Obviously, Detroit defense is very good. Duran's going to be a problem on the inside, and we see point guards not doing too well. So I do get some of this. Now, my question is, what is the situation in Philly? And this is maybe where we want to go take a look at our handy dandy AI script. Handy dandy AI script and say, so the Pistons are heavily favored in this one, right? Maxey is out, Embiid out, Oubre out, Paul George out. Chris, what I say to you is while a lot of these reads are solid, who else will be scoring the ball tonight? That's my question. Or maybe you're just going to say, no one's going to be scoring the ball tonight. No one is. But I feel like with all these guys out, right? Like key players, it's kind of got to be Edgecombe. Scored immediately 21 points, though did show a little rust is what the AI update's saying. So, and then my question is to Chopper. I'm guessing based on the way you're betting this, where'd you place this, Chopper? Because if we could do an alt for Edgecombe, I'd probably feel a little bit better. Like if maybe let's see if we drop that thing down to like is 15 crazy? 15 on DraftKings minus 287. I probably feel a little better about. Personally, that's probably what I feel a little better about. Maybe 18, like one minus 143, 18 and 19. They're not that big of a difference, but yeah, I do think let's do the without filters and see if we have any sort of at least without Maxey. I think will be the big one for Edgecombe because Embiid's not played a ton. Yeah, he's hitting all 3 games without Maxey. So for me, I kind of again, I would probably go like for more of like an 18 or 15, but for guys, this is high value in terms of overall. Let's take a look at Cade next. Next here. Chopper says prize picks. Yeah, some obviously you can't alt then, so that makes sense. Okay. Ooh, Kyle he had Fox and Brown for 6 assists. Yeah, I actually had Fox assists as well. I looked at Brown. I wanted to go Brown 4 assists. I'm always very cautious about Jaylen Brown with Tatum back. I'm kind of a little nervous. Cade for 25. Blowout situation. Do we think Cade is getting the minutes? Guys, this has been like the story of so many bets we've looked through today. It's been like blowout situation. Do we think they're going to get enough minutes? Do we think Cade? I feel like Cade feasts in these type of games though. But like we see prime example against Brooklyn, only played 25 minutes, 21 points. let's see. He had 26 against Philly, but that was against obviously a Philly team where it was closely contested game, played 40 minutes. I actually think I prefer the Edgecombe to the Cunningham one because of like the matchup, if that makes sense. And then finally, I thought the Sarr pick was pretty good. Excuse me. Yeah, I like the Sarr pick. I think that's a very solid pick. So I'm with that one. So yeah, I would say I would say uh my man, who was it that dropped this again? I'm tripping. Chopper. Yeah, I really like Sarr for 19 plus PRA, and I really like Edgecombe 19 plus points. Cunningham 25 plus. I feel more so on, but yeah, I hope that helps. Okay, and again, Chris Chris says Edgecombe's trouble. So it's like again, this is all a matter of opinion, but just trying to give some different perspectives here. Um, let's see. Kevin at SGA for the PRA. Let's take a look at SGA, the unethical hooper himself, and then we'll go Christian Braun because I seen some for that, and then I see Ron Holland. I see Duran. Okay. Yeah, I'm seeing the Detroit love. We know who's arrived with the Detroit love. My guy, what's up, bro? Um, but yeah, SGA. Okay, PRA 43.5. Come on. My laptop likes to do that. Ugh, freeze. Oof. SGA has been on a heater recently. He has been, guys, insane form. Denver had 35 and 15, 9 rebounds. He's playing some crazy hoops recently. Of course, no one else has hit this like for eternity. No surprise there. I mean, it's an SGA line. Head to head. Hit in both games against Boston last season. That's a good sign. But again, that's last season. We don't want to read too much into last season. Couple things we'll probably want to look at here. Defensive rank, right? Boston are a top defense, and we have to keep that in mind, right? And the number one thing with PRA is going to be scoring. So we can see start of the season though, he was doing pretty well against top ranked defenses. So not too much to worry about there. Maybe tailed off a little bit. But coming off that hot game, what about opponent rank against top ranked opponents? SGA shows up in big games. Yeah, at home. I think this is pretty solid. What I will say is I think you're getting it roughly for the value you should be. Like, I mean, it's a little risky, but I think again, SGA has proven to show up against big opponents. It doesn't seem like top defenses he can't perform. I feel like there's some players that are like star players that don't really cook against when it comes to top teams, big games that kind of shrink. SGA is not one of them. He is super consistent. So yeah, and especially with J Dub out, I think that's the other thing. Like J Dub is still out. Yeah, I like it. I'm with it. I'm with that. Okay, next. Let's go over to Christian Braun from Kyle and Nevin. Um, so let's go over to Christian Braun. We had a couple here. Nevin, in particular, I want to give a little shout out to because the Christian Braun over 3.5 has been something I have been rocking with a lot recently because he's on a crazy little streak, in fact. But yeah, let's take a look at what it could look like for tonight. Dino says Bilal Koulibaly 15 PRA. You know what's funny about that, Dino? You know what's funny about that? Um, you know what's funny about that, Dino? That was our first prop we looked at on here. That's actually one that I gave. So yeah, I'm with Koulibaly. I'm with that one. But yeah, okay. Rebounds plus assists for Braun. Ooh, ooh, that's pretty nice. That is pretty nice. I think the question here is, do we want to go? How do we think about Braun's rebounds with the Wemby against the Wemby? Let's look at the head to head. Haven't played them this season head to head. Braun, he doesn't really pass the rock like that. Okay. Okay. Let's take a look at just rebounds. Dino says that's crazy. I got in light. Hey, Dino, you know what I say? You know what I say? Great minds think alike. That's why we both had it. That is why we both had it. Okay, let's look at Braun. Oof. His rebounds of 4+ kind of got nuked recently. I mean, it makes sense. He's on like a crazy run of 4+. Shooting guards rebounding the ball well against the Spurs. What do we think, guys? Parlay leg, 5 to me seems risky. For even like for a straight, that's I think 4 for like a parlay leg. I kind of like. I think if you're going straight, oh, Tatum is out. Ooh, that's big. That's very big news. If Tatum's out, thanks for the confirmation there, Chris. That's going to make some of the Jaylen Brown stuff really interesting now. So I think if you're going parlay leg, I go 4+. I think if you're going straight, you go the eight rebounds plus assists. That's my 2 cents. What's 7 saying for rebounds plus assists? By the way, we don't get it. Okay, yeah, that's what I'm saying, guys. Rebounds plus assists 8. 4+ rebounds for the parlay leg. Okay, cool. All right, man. We got to show Detroit some love, bro. Shout out to 313. Shout out to 313. We're gonna go Ron Holland. This is the Brian influence, by the way, or maybe you guys influenced Brian, right? But bro, am I spelling Holland's name wrong? Am I an idiot? There we go. Okay. But yeah, this is one of Brian's absolute favorites right here. John says, has the channel ever cashed the ladder? Ball messed up last night, other night, and then he went off last night. So John is clearly not too happy with our ladder challenge recent performances. He's coming in here, oh, do you guys even ever cash parlays, man? John. Have we ever completed a full ladder? I'm going to be honest. I have never completed a full ladder challenge. Have we done the ladder that much in the past? It's kind of something that comes and goes. We'll do like a few times and then we'll take a break. You know what I mean? Like, but yeah, I've never cashed a full ladder. I think I've gotten like 6 days. Ladder challenges are fun. They're a challenge. That's why challenge is in the name. I think like my preferred way and the kind of the way I try and bet like for a more profitable strategy is usually looking for props -200 and above, straight bets, usually going for my 3 favorites on the day. If 2 or 3 hit, I get a very marginable profit. Maybe like I'm at 0.2 units, but 2 or 3 is like pretty, for those type of props, you can really do those frequently. So if you go 2 for 3, you go up 0.2 units. If you go 3 for 3, you go up like usually around between 1.5 and 2 units. So that's like for my profitable strategic betting, that's what I'm looking to. Stuff like the ladder challenge, a bit more fun, see how many days we can hit in a row. Could we possibly go for 10 straight? We could do, but again, it's a little bit more risky and yeah, I don't know. I'm keeping it real. That's just like that's a ladder. And would I love to hit one day? Yeah. We'll do them again in the future. But yeah, that's the truth. And yeah, we had a rough couple days of the ladder. I was trying out a new strategy where I was going like more legs and didn't really work out for us. So, but yeah, let's go back to the picks now. Ron Holland, 8 points. Again, from the Detroit natives. Okay, -192. I like this. I like the odds range we're getting for this. We can see recently Holland been hooping. He been you know what I'm saying? He been hooping. Minutes were very good against Brooklyn, obviously, because the blowout. He's probably getting a little garbage time love in there. The thing about Holland, which I like about and respect about him, is even in limited minutes, like I will say he's very productive. He is very productive, and he is getting, let's see here. He's getting those shots up too, right? Like 7.7 per game. That's a good indication. We're talking tonight against Philly in an expected blowout. Those minutes, he's going to get them. Ron Holland pick. Thing of beauty. Excuse me. 8+ is nice. I think 10's like, that's a bit risky. I like 8. I think 8 was the right pick there. Okay. Let's take a look at the Fox and Brown. Fox 6 assists. I actually had myself. I think it made did I go 5? I think I may have gone 5, but we can deliberate. I don't know if that's the right word, but it sounds good. You know what I mean? Like, ooh, that sounds like a big word. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's one of those words you're out and like you could impress someone with it. You know what I'm saying? We can deliberate. We can deliberate over that. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, they'd be like, damn, my man is smart. Like, what are we talking about? All right. Anyways, enough clowning around. All right. 6 assists. No, I think I did have 6. Yeah, I like 6 assists. He's on a he's been really passing the ball a lot recently. The Fox, on a nice stretch. I think over the last 20 games, he's like 80%, 70%. Yeah, 80% over the last 20 games. We look at other point guards recently, like Shea with 15, Brunson with 15, Luka with 7. Yeah, this is a nice one. And also the head-to-head against Denver. I think he had 12 last time. Yeah, fire pick. See, hey, you guys notice whenever you drop one that I also say, I just glaze it, pat myself on the back, no shame. Yeah, I mean, just gas my own pick. Just talk shit about other people's and then gas my own one. No surprise there, right? What a guy. What a jerk, right? But anyways, no, I like it. Who sent that? Kyle. But let's look at Kyle's other one, Brown, because this is one I looked at. It maybe I was liking a little bit of a lower line, but now Tatum's out, so that makes a huge difference. Now I'm like, I'm happy to get saucy with it. Pause. Um, let's see here. All right. Whoa. Oh, that's for his rebounds. Oh, these lines about to get inflated now that Tatum's out, right? Like we have to account though he's playing OKC, so that could also mean for like role players and such. Um, that could mean for role players they may not be hitting those shots the same way, especially away at OKC. Tough defensive matchup. What's their strategy going to be though? It depends. Like, are OKC, are they at the mind? Are they going to be at the mind? Okay, let's just let Jaylen Brown go off and just not let the other guy score. Or are they going to be the opposite and going to go, Tatum's out, we're going to key in on Brown, let the other guys beat us? Because I think Pritchard's out, who's like obviously a significant role player for them too. Vucevic is out, so a little undermanned. Brown may have to be more aggressive, but if he's more aggressive, that could also lead to them double teaming him. Then he's passing out and getting assists too. So I like 4, but again, your odds are getting really nerfed. 5 is probably the nice in between. 6 is pretty high. I think 6 is probably like my thinking on 6. Kyle is like, that's probably him being like, Tatum's back. I need to move the rock a bit more. I want to get other guys, including Tatum, involved. Let's get the confidence up. I think he's going to be pure attack mode again. So I think I feel probably safest at 4, which again, you're like that value. But like on a lay, I think I would run 4 personally. Anyways, moving on. A few more, and then we'll call it. Dino says it'll be a brown and white night. Yes, it definitely will be. Yeah, it will be. And Kyle says, yeah, that's fair. I took it before Tatum. Yeah, it was out. Yeah. Okay, we'll do 2 more here. Lock in for 2 more. I want to do players that we haven't touched on yet. So we'll go Jalen Green. And we're going, is that field goal attempts, Kyle, that we've got? We've got field goal attempts. Nevin said, I won a 9-leg recently. That is fire, Nevin. What were the odds for that 9-leg? I'm curious. I would love to hear. John Little, no response to my John Little. I spent like 2 minutes addressing your ladder quarrel, and I don't even get like a fair enough, no sort of response. Just come in here, shit on it, and then bounce. Is that what we're doing, John? Man, come on, John. Anyways, I'm just messing around. But yeah, let's go Jalen Green. 16 field goal attempts. And then we'll do Bobby Portis, 8 points or 2 threes from my boy. All right, let's do it. Okay, FGA. Kyle says Ben cashing lately. Sometimes get it for good value at 15. It's Ben Green. Yeah. Woo! Ooh, that is nice. We don't have odds on the website for this. Oh, by the way, Nevin, fantastic odds for you, mate. Well done. Well done. For your 9 leg. But yeah. I like this. I do like this. Like, because Green, when he first came back, was struggling, but he's clearly kind of found his confidence. We know a confident Jalen Green shoots that thing. Like, he does, he takes a lot of shot attempts. So, again, the only concern is just like facing the Pacers without Siakam. Can they keep the game close? The spread is saying it's supposed to be like closer than you'd think, minus 8.5. My personal thoughts are they could blow them out and Green could not play enough. But everything else other than that, Kyle, apart from that, I love it because it's a good matchup. So he's going to feel confident, and he's already been shooting that ball a lot. And no Brooks, Allen potentially out too. Yeah, very good call out. I like this. I like this one a lot. Yeah, Grayson Allen is confirmed out now, by the way, sitting out Thursday. So even better news for this one. So nice. Okay. Over to Bobby Portis. What do y'all think about? Be honest with me. What do you think about this style of stream compared to like when we actually build parlays? Because I know Brian is like very the building parlays, putting them together, picking our favorite, versus just going through and kind of chatting through them. I'd be curious what your guys' thoughts are on the difference. And also, like, I think we'll always do both. It'll be a mix. It's not never to say like, oh, we're just never gonna do this style or the other style, but I'd just be curious what your preference is or what you like. Okay. What do you think about Portis being banged up? What do we think about that? Again, I am just always so hesitant around players that are questionable. I'm not even getting odds in here for Portis right now. So, yeah, I mean, 8+ should be good. It's just, yeah, I'm not sure. Let's move to a different one. I want to move off of Portis for now. Let's go. I like it if he's gonna play, but it's just, is he gonna play? It's more. He just didn't know he's hurt. To be fair, yeah, that makes sense. Okay, let's go, Ben Moss. Ben's been showing some love on Instagram, I think, right? Ben, you're Instagram fam. I feel like I always see you. You be DMing sometimes too, a real one. Trae Young, 6 assists. And yeah, we'll wrap it up on this one. So, 6 assists for Trae Young. We have very little data to go off of here, so this is a more of a vibes. And you know what? Wow, his minutes are pretty limited right now. They're working him back slowly. To be fair, the Wizards do not want to be winning too many games. After getting a maintenance day Tuesday against the Heat, Young will be back in action. He's just averaging 18.5 minutes across 2 appearances for the Wizards thus far. So his upside is limited. Oof, that is tough. He's been productive so far. I don't think his minutes will decrease. You know what? Ben, I assume you're rocking this as a straight. I would say I'm kind of like, I just feel like Trae Young is just always gets buckets and like always gets assists. I don't know. The data, honestly, the data would say, yeah, he's hit it, but like the minutes would say probably not a smart bet. But I just kind of have a feeling he's going to get it. I don't know what it is. So, Ben, again, I wouldn't say go off of my feeling. The data would say probably not the smartest bet in terms of when he's playing less than 20 minutes. It's not something really strong to go off of, but yeah, I don't know. I hope that helps. It's hard. It's such a limited sample size, Ben. It's a very limited sample size. The minutes are in question, likely not to play many. But then Trae Young just racks up assists. He's an offensive machine, and especially in Washington, when he's on the court, everything is going to be around him. So yeah, Ben, if it's just a vibe one, I would say go for it. I mean, again, if it's one you're just feeling more comfortable about, throw a few dollars down and we're gonna roll with it. Yeah, I like it. So, um, Kyle says both are very solid and help a ton. Big fan, bro. So much better. Oh, I appreciate it, Kevin. Thank you. Yeah, I appreciate that and appreciate it as well, Kyle. Yeah, yeah, it's just a different style. I mean, I think Brian's likes building the plays. I kind of like more just chopping it up and going through and reviewing and just more of a collaborative brainstorm sesh. And then of course I love the ones with Brian together, bouncing off each other, bouncing off with the chat. Like it's really fun to get involved with everyone too. And me and Brian, I feel like we have good chemistry too. So it's great fun as well. So yeah. But yeah, guys, we'll wrap it up there. Thank you to everyone for tuning in tonight for the live stream. I had a great time. Best of luck on your bets tonight. I hope this was insightful and helpful for you. Drop a like on this live stream. And also, if you haven't already, check out HOF, guys. These research tools are a thing of beauty. So recommend using them. I think everyone in the chat can speak to how powerful and how helpful they are in terms of making smarter betting decisions. So yeah, I hope you guys all have a great night. I will see you on the Instagram, or I will see you back on the live stream or in the Discord, of course, or back in the live stream next Tuesday. So, anyways, have a good night, guys. Take it easy, y'all. Peace.